There are many dangerous animals in the animal realm. The strongest animals seem to govern the wildlife, from hyena to lion. But the king of the jungle is not the best option when determining which animal has the strongest bite. It should come as no surprise that predators at the top of the food chain usually have the strongest jaws in nature, making it perilous to try and estimate the force of their bites. The forces at work in nature's biting club have been studied by researchers using a range of methods, such as careful observation and computer software modeling. So, keep watching as we compare the most vicious predator species based on the force of their bites. So, let's start our list of the strongest bites in the animal kingdom. Number 10. Lion. You might all assume that since the lion rules the wilderness, he would have the strongest bite. However, the PSI unit places lion at the bottom of this list. The English Doberman is the strongest domestic dog with 570 PSI, while lion's bites only exert a 650 PSI force, slightly more than the Doberman. However, lions are gregarious animals that hunt in packs and devour their prey directly off the ground, which, according to some studies, may reduce the requirement for strong individual molars. In contrast, when we chomp down, humans produce a bite force of about 160 psi, which is sufficient to crush a thick steak sandwich but insufficient to subdue a wildebeest. Number 9. Grizzly bear. Grizzly bears are chosen for having the most powerful biting power on number 9 with 975 psi. Even though they are renowned to be nice and friendly animals, grizzlies are idealized for having one of the most terrifying pairs of grinders in the animal world, and for the supposed capacity to behead a bull with a single sweep of their enormous paws. To combat the bacterial illnesses that victims of these bear bites frequently experience, physicians in bear country have created treatments. According to legend, the force of their bite could break a bowling ball. The ferocity of a grizzly bear's bite is employed precisely to tear into animal flesh and fracture the bones of huge prey. There is a purpose why trekkers are advised to stay away from grizzlies whenever practicable. They have enormous stature, razor-sharp talons, and a powerful bite that can easily shatter a human skull without hesitation. Number 8. Bengal tiger. The Bengal tiger, which is ranked number 8 with 1050 psi, is yet another creature from the cat family and has just 400 psi more than the magnificent lion. Bengal tigers are the only cats with the lengthiest canine teeth, measuring 2.5 to 3 inches in length. They also have the strongest jaw strength of all cats, with more than 1,000 psi of tension, twice as much as the Lion King. If there is a prey source, tigers will typically attack them. The jaw strength is nearly comparable to that of lion, hyena, ancient dogs, etc., but endurance, or how long they can grip, is what counts. A tiger is a lone mammal, typically swoops down on its victim, grabs control of it, and knocks it down in a matter of moments. However, a bull is difficult to kill, and tigers are likewise not easily defeated. There are stories of tigers holding the throat for more than 4 hours before the gaurers surrender, because they have lost a lot of blood and are becoming frail. Number 7. Spotted hyenas. The popular animated movie, The Lion King, depicted the roles of hyenas in the jungle, and you all are aware of how vicious hyenas can be after viewing the movie. These dangerous carnivores are renowned for their ruthless slaying and have biting force exceeding 1100 psi. Hyenas are adept scavengers who frequently make their killings, but their powerful jaws enable these creatures to efficiently cannibalize the corpses that other carnivores leave behind. Hyenas are very effective hunters due to their dual-purpose teeth that enable them to rip skin and break bone, enormous jaw muscles, and a special arched architecture that shields the skull from the stresses produced by their bite. Usually there aren't any leftovers when a hyena group attacks a kill. Number 6. Polar bears. More bear species have been included in this list. Polar bears are 6th on this list with more than 1200 psi. The name hypercarnivore refers to polar bears since they only consume meat, in contrast to most bears whose jaws are made to accommodate both plants and animals. Because of this, their chomp is best suited to coping with the kind of northern species they come across, which often wears a north face. One and only polar bears are known to deliberately hunt people. A fully male adult polar bear is undoubtedly one of the toughest bear creatures on Earth, if not among the toughest animals overall. With approximately 700 kilos of weight, the capacity to dive, and the power to pull out animals like beluga whales and walruses. Polar bears are stronger than brown bears, which have a smaller, more compressed body, a proportionately shorter neck, and a prominent bulge on the shoulders that is made up of all the muscles in the front paws that are needed for excavating dens and hunting huge animals. Not to forget that an elk or a bison's skull can be amputated by a polar bear with a single swipe. Number 5. Gorilla. The well-known King Kong comes in 5th on the list. With a 1300 psi bite, this creature is among those with the fiercest screams and strongest bites. The largest bite forces in the monkey kingdom are provided by the enormous neck and jaw muscles, not the teeth. Although they are herbivores, gorillas eat considerably harder foods than bananas because of their powerful molars, which enable them to bite dense foods like tubers, nuts, and hefty branches. Mature males' long, pointed canines are largely for show. Gorillas are far tougher and more nimble than any man, and they are equipped with enormous pointy teeth set in muscular jaws. This man would have his arms and possibly his limbs and head bit off in a matter of seconds. A silverback may also tear a man's body apart, exposing his insides, and pull off the man's arms. Not to forget the gorilla's incredible acrobatic prowess, which included hopping, jumping off walls, and grasping, chewing, and shredding at the prey, while also grabbing, cutting, and biting at it. Number 4. Jaguar. Jaguars with the bite force of 1500 psi have officially made it to the top 4th position in this list. The jaguar possesses the hardest bite of any feline, and while being shorter than its cousins, the cheetahs and lions, it can dispatch its victims almost instantaneously by cracking open their skulls, ideally between the ears. They also exterminate turtle and black croc behemoth, one of their preferred prey species from the alligator family. They possess remarkable strength, as seen by their ability to scale rocky terrain while pulling creatures that weigh much more than they do. Additionally, they are skilled divers and frequently swim to kill the unfortunate caiman, a type of aquatic crocodilian. A hefty menu was added when cattle and buffalo were introduced into their natural habitat, but there was also a chance they would come into contact with the deadliest of all foes, man. Number 3. Hippopotamus. The 3rd spot is secured by the beast of water that is the hippopotamus with a bite force of 1800 psi. Hippos most certainly possess the strongest molars of any ruminant in the world. With fangs that can smash an entire watermelon like a plum, hippopotamus are extremely hostile to alligators and are believed to be competent for biting an alligator in a quarter. They are regional and possibly dangerous creatures. Males are too ferocious to examine. The estimated bite force of females is 1/800 psi. Hippos kill more people each year than lions, jackals, big cats, feral dogs, or any other African living creature. Although the hippo's plump, chubby features may give them the appearance of cuddly creatures that suit a Pixar film, this is not a creature you want to come across on a bad day. Number 2. Great white shark. The PSI score of the great white sharks reaches up to 4,000, making it higher than our top animal. If the PSI for this one is higher, why is it in 2nd place? We'll discuss that shortly. But first, in 2008, a group of Australian researchers under the direction of Steve Rowe estimated that a 21-foot-long great white vicious shark can generate close to 4,000 psi using advanced computer modeling based on numerous X-ray pictures of the animal's skulls. Because shark bite force is mostly determined by size, the much more prevalent 15-foot shark would have significantly weaker bites than a crocodile of the same size, which is why it should be ranked first. Additionally, Rowe's predictions have not been explicitly tested in the field by volunteers, in contrast to Erickson's findings. Whereas the force of a shark's bite is determined by the shark's size, with larger sharks producing significantly more force. The largest great whites can grow to be up to 20 feet long and produce pressures of up to 4,000 psi. Number 1. Saltwater crocodile. To test the razor-sharp claws of all 23 crocodile varieties experimentally, Dr. Gregory Erickson, Director of Biology and Paleobiology, carried out a 10-year research. A custom-built bite force transducer, compared by Erickson and his team to a pricey bathroom scale covered in layers of protection of bullhide, was inserted between the teeth of various crocodile specimens. A 17-foot saltwater crocodile with 3,700 psi was the one that recorded the highest measurement. Erickson claims that the biting force beats a 2,980 psi value for a 13-foot wild American alligator and is the single most powerful bite force ever measured. Especially noteworthy is that the team's data enables estimations of the bite force power of extinct crocodiles documented in the fossil evidence. That exceeds predictions for Dinosaur Rex, whose bite force was likely around 8,000 psi, according to a 2017 study by Erickson. All the animals on this list are extremely deadly and can tear humans to pieces in seconds, so don't encounter them just out of curiosity. Well, that's what this video is about. We'll be back with more great content. Be sure to support us by giving us a like, comment, subscribing to the channel, and clicking the post notification bell icon to get all the videos wherever you go. I'll see you in the next video. Until then, stay healthy and thanks for watching.